Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's content mastery. And today we'll be talking about the price and marketing. Cover, first of all, the concept of price and its main influences. Then we will look at pricing objectives and strategies. And then we'll be discussing break even in units. So, first of all, concept of price. Price is the value that a customer gives up to receive a product or service in return. And this is more than just money, it represents the value of the product. And price is the only element of the marketing mix that directly brings in revenue to the company. Three major influences on price are cost, demand, and competition. First off, this includes the production, the distribution, and the selling costs. In this area, you have to cover the costs in order to make a profit, obviously. If you are selling your product for more than you make it, then you have no money to make. And an example of this is how if a product costs $5 to make, then the price must be higher than $5 in order to make a profit. Secondly, demand. This is how much customers are willing, able to pay. And if there's a high demand for a product, then you are more than likely able to price it higher. If there's a low demand, then you're going to have more lower prices in that market. An example of this would be how popular concert tickets, the prices are going to rise with those tickets when the demand is high, and also because they are popular. If the concert industry, the music industry was going way down and wasn't really as popular, those concert tickets are going to have to be priced lower, more likely, because demand is low and consumers are not willing to spend that much money. It's not as valued. Number three is competition, and that is when you are considering the competitors' prices and the quality of their products as opposed to yours. Competition, these are Nike and Adidas, they clash. Xbox and PlayStation, they're competitors. You just have to show your customer base why you are superior, why your product should be bought over theirs. An example is maybe a premium brand may price theirs higher to show quality for a standard brand just has a standard pricing, but the premium brand is trying to market to a I wouldn't say more selective, more I wouldn't say more higher up group, but is a more wealthy group essentially because they're pricing their items more expensively than a standard company because they're saying these products are premium that and to justify this they might say it takes so much time to make this, it takes so much materials or quality of the materials. Um, Another thing they could say is that it is unique compared to its competitors, and its uniqueness helps bring up the value. Those are kind of examples of that. The main goal of this is to relatively stay competitive continuing to maintain brand value. Second topic is pricing objectives and strategies. And the purpose of this is to support your long-term goals of your organization and long-term product goals. And it can also work as a guide to help you in your pricing strategy as well. Um, Three primary pricing objectives are profitability objectives, volume, and meeting competition objectives. So first, profitability. This it focuses on achieving a specific profit, like how luxury brands, for example, Rolex, they aim for a high price for a high margin. And in this strategy, this is like where I was talking about premium pricing. So profitability objectives goes hand in hand with premium pricing. Number two, volume objectives. This focuses on units sold, the market share. An example is fast food value menus. You go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, go to Wendy's. They all have value menus, um, which is a lower per unit profit, but in total, it can be a high total revenue because you gain more customers since it's a cheaper price. And then third is the meeting competition objectives. And focuses on matching or beating your competitors' prices, mostly matching because it is competition. Example is how gas stations will adjust their prices based on the nearby stations. Like in our town, Kimball, we have two gas stations right across from each other, and it's kind of interesting to see how their prices fluctuate between each other. One raises their prices, then the other starts to gain more business, and when one lowers their prices, then the other company kind of feels obligated to do the same. And the strategy for this objective is either price match or discount because if you match, then you have an equal opportunity. If you discount, then you're kind of forcing your competitor to discount as well. Brings us to the third topic, which is break even in units. Break even can be defined as number of units to sell to cover all the costs. And after a break even, each unit is sold is should equal profit. And there's a formula, actually wrote it down, formula for break-even units, and this is fixed cost divided by price per unit minus variable cost per unit. And so a good example is if a fixed cost is, let's say, 10 grand, $10,000, price per unit is $25, variable cost per unit 15, the contribution per unit would be 25 minus 15, which equals 10. So break-even units would equal 10,000 divided by that 10, which would equal 1,000 units. And this is very beneficial for marketers, companies, because it helps them decide their pricing and production strategies, and it helps them really think about their business as a whole. How many units do they need to sell to make a profit? Can their price be lowered and still break even? They kind of have to fluctuate, bounce all the ideas off of them, and make sure they're really getting the best bang for their buck and making sure the customers are getting the best ROI, return on investment as well. In conclusion, the price is reflecting the value, the cost, the demand, and the competition. The pricing objectives kind of guide the profitability, the volume, and the competition. The break even helps measure what's needed for success in the company on a financial aspect. And then effective pricing is your growth plus your profit plus your customer satisfaction. And that is what they is the only thing that qualifies you as a successful company, but is a very major aspect that companies need to consider in order to maximize their brand likeliness. Thank you for watching.